Good afternoon from Joliet, Illinois, and the University of St. Francis. We're inside the Sullivan Center as we prepare for game number 3 of this year's USF New Year's Classic. I'm Terry Bonadonna. I'll be on the call for today's action as St. Francis hosts and takes on McPherson College. McPherson lost their game yesterday on this floor against St. Xavier. St. Francis was victorious in the event opener against Goshen College yesterday afternoon. Saints in yellow, the Bulldogs are in white, and we're ready to get started here. The opening tip is won by Merrick Small and St. Francis. The home team goes from right to left. McPherson will be going from left to right during the first half of today's game. Ramel Davis has the ball in his hands for the Saints, tries to take Jamil Hardaway off the dribble. Kicked out to Delshawn Sims, and Sims gets us started with a three. Delshawn Sims, Joffrey Nunnally, Ramel Davis, Aitor Anabadarte, and Merrick Small, your starting five for St. Francis. Snyder inside for the Bulldogs, blocked by Merrick Small. Charles Snyder tries to get the rebound, but he saves it to Nunnally. Here come the Saints. Nunnally on the run, halted by Curtis Rose. Good transition defense from the team in white. St. Francis sets up the half-court game. Bulldogs starting lineup today, Jamil Hardaway, Curtis Rose, Terrence Austin, KJ Marshall, and Charles Snyder. Aitor Anabadarte streaks to the basket and lays it in for his first two. He led the Fighting Saints with 18 points in their victory over Goshen yesterday afternoon. Curtis Rose hands it off to Terrence Austin. Austin played well yesterday, trying to get off to a good offensive start today, but he misses the runner. Rebound tipped out to Davis, deflected over to Joffrey Nunnally. Nunnally takes it into Hardaway and scores, and the Saints are off and running. 7 straight points to start today's game. They've come from 3 different sources. Anabadarte and Nunnally each have layups, and Delshawn Sims hit the three-pointer on the opening possession. Snyder from the baseline misses the jumper short. Offensive rebound. There's Jamil Hardaway with the putback. First 2 points of the game for Hardaway, and the first 2 points of the game for the Bulldogs, who fell yesterday to St. Xavier after leading by 15 at halftime. They allowed the Cougars to score 82 second-half points. Ramel Davis passes off to Joffrey Nunnally. Bounced in the post to Anabadarte, 10 on the shot clock. Anabadarte backs in on Marshall, stripped by Hardaway, gets it back, shovels to Merrick Small. Small short shot comes up short. Here's Curtis Rose going the other way, around Small, takes it into Sims and lays it in. Nice drive by Curtis Rose. Rose had a big game yesterday despite the loss. A little full court press from McPherson. Delshawn Sims is able to break it. 3-point lead for the Fighting Saints, and deflected out of bounds by the Bulldogs. The Saints will inbound from the sideline. TJ Eskildson is the head coach of McPherson, 6th year with the team. 4-8 is their record so far this year, and that's as poorly as they've done under Eskildson. They've been above 500 4 out of 5 years. Davis backs in. Davis turnaround in the lane is good. He becomes the 4th St. Francis player to knock down a field goal. So 4 out of the 5 have scored. Only Merrick Small has not. Great balanced start for the Fighting Saints. Curtis Rose misses the jumper. Anabadarte averaging 8 rebounds a game, grabs one here. Nunnally on the wing. Swung around, Anabadarte looking for the screen, doesn't use it. Gets it to the cutting Sims, who has a wide open layup. Little defensive confusion from McPherson. Off the dribble from Aitor Anabadarte. He's able to set up Delshawn Sims. And Sims has 4 points. Deep three from Hardaway. Air ball. Offensive rebound, Terrence Austin. Baseline jumper is good. Austin came into this event this week averaging 8 points a game. He had 18 yesterday. Small gives it to Sims. Lob down low, Anabadarte. Pump fake, double team, kicked out to Sims. 3-pointer, not this time. Fired ahead for Curtis Rose, and Rose beats Sims to the basket. Curtis Rose bled out a little bit off the Delshawn Sims 3-pointer. And a nice job of recognition from the Bulldogs. Rose is able to get the open layup, and now the Saints struggling to keep possession. Davis in the paint is fouled going up. 15:44 to play, first half. 11-8, St. Francis leads. Good offensive start to this game. Nothing compared to what McPherson saw yesterday. They scored over 100 points and lost handily. In fact, they scored a season-high 108, and it was still a double-digit defeat. Davis's first free throw is good. 3 points for him. We'll get one more shot as we got our first substitution of the game. Merrick Small checks out for St. Francis. Ben Fatz is in. Davis goes 2 for 2. Ramel Davis is St. Francis's leading scorer this year, averaging 13.9 points per game. He's been great from the free throw line. Curtis Rose passes off to Jamil Hardaway. Three-pointer is good. First made three of the game for McPherson. And they cut their deficit to 2 points. They've been down by as many as 7 in the opening minutes. Joffrey Nunnally swings it around, right side Delshawn Sims. Bounce to Nunnally. 13 on the shot clock for Ramel Davis. Davis, nice bounce pass to Delshawn Sims, who can't quite finish. Here comes Terrence Austin the other direction. McPherson can tie or take the lead for the first time. Austin drives, pulls up at the free throw line, gives it up to Snyder. Snyder looking for KJ Marshall in the post. Marshall faces up on Ramel Davis, kicks it back outside. 10 seconds to shoot for Charles Snyder. Snyder takes it into Fats, misses off the glass. Rebound grab by Ramel Davis. St. Francis maintains their lead. And a blocking foul is called on Jamil Hardaway with 14:35 to play in the first half. We'll take a quick break here. 13-11, St. Francis leads. Which is pretty strong. And it's among the best in the country at this level. Not too many teams shoot better than 50%. They are top 10 nationally in that category. Sheer Moriarty is in the game for St. Francis, as is Don Joachim, who's got the ball right now. Nick Nigo is also checked in. Joachim misses the jumper, and the rebound is grabbed by Christian Aguilard of the Bulldogs. He also just checked in. First time that he's made an appearance. Actually, I don't think that's him. I think that's Aaron Williams Jr. He's wearing number 13, which is Christian Aguilard, but Williams, who's usually number 3, fairly certain is wearing that jersey today. This is Antonio Watson. Over to Curtis Rose. Rose, step back three with the shot clock running down, missed it short. Offensive rebound, Antonio Watson. Watson along the baseline, reverse layup, no, but a late whistle and a foul called. That foul is on Sheer Moriarty. I believe he got the elbow to the head of Antonio Watson as he was on his way down. So Watson will get 2 free throws. And another chance for McPherson to tie the score. St. Francis scored the first 7 points of the game. So we have not been tied yet. Not since 0-0 anyway. First free throw is good. Dallas Metzger is in for McPherson. So that means Curtis Rose and KJ Marshall are the only 2 starters on the floor. Watson goes 1 of 2. Fight for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Curtis Rose. Saints basketball. Aitor Anabadarte is the only starter on the floor for the Fighting Saints. Other than that, all subs for Ryan Marks' team. Aitor Anabadarte across half court to Ben Fatz. Right back to Anabadarte. Running the point from the center position. He gives it up to Don Joachim. Here's Moriarty. Bounce pass, trying to get it through to Anna Bedarte, who's able to corral it and lay it in. It's a risky pass from Sheer Moriarty, but he was able to squeeze it through. And Anna Bedarte scores his second bucket of the game. Knocked away by Ben Fatson, stolen by St. Francis. Moriarty is fouled by Curtis Rose. Good defense from the Saints. Turns into the third foul on the Bulldogs. Number 1 on Rose. St. Francis will inbound from the sideline with 13:12 to play in the first half. Don Joachim bounces once and passes to Anna Bedarte across half court. Moriarty. He flings it over to Ben Fatz in the post. Fatz goes up with the layup. Nice patience. Got KJ Marshall to blow by him. Ben Fatz is on the scoreboard. Deep three, Dallas Metzger, no good. Rebound grabbed by Marshall. Antonio Watson tries the three, and that's on the money. 17-15, now just a 2-point game. Don Joachim inside the three-point line. Gives it up to McNigo. Anna Bedarte fakes the handoff to Nigo, now looks under the basket. Starts to dribble down the baseline, and he's bumped by Aaron Williams. Snyder is in, Marshall is out. Here's Joachim. Joachim over to Nigo. Nick Nigo hands it off to Sheer Moriarty with the shot clock under 10. Moriarty over to Ben Fatz, free throw line, jumper is good. Ben Fatz has 4 off the bench for St. Francis. That's the lead for the Saints. Dallas Metzger dribbles off to his left, hands it off to Watson, three-pointer, good. Shots are starting to fall from the outside for McPherson. They've made 3 of their 6 3-point attempts in the game, and they trail by only 1. Nigo over to Connor Casper. 5 subs on the floor now for the Fighting Saints. Don Joachim over to Nick Nigo. Nigo tries the 3 and misses it, but he gets his own rebound. Out to Don Joachim. Nice fake from him. He fires a 2-point jumper, and that falls. First points of the game for Don Joachim. 6 bench points now for St. Francis. Their lead is 3. Curtis Rose gets to the hoop and draws the foul. First on Don Joachim. It's only the second this half on St. Francis. Very different type of game for the Bulldogs. Yesterday they were at the free throw line constantly. Fouls galore in that 119-108 loss against St. Xavier. They shot 37 free throws in that game. Curtis Rose knocks this one down. They are 2 of 3 at the line so far today. Second attempt for Rose. Rims out, rebound grab by Moriarty. St. Francis ball, 2-point lead. Pass to Nigo is deflected, but Nigo's able to pull it in. Now Curtis Rose enters the picture and forces a tie-up. We're going the other way. Possession arrow to the Bulldogs. 10:55 to play first half. Aaron Williams checks in the game. That means that wasn't Williams before. It was Christian Aguilar. My mistake. Didn't see Aguilar yesterday. So I gave him credit for being Williams. Apologies. This is Aaron Williams, who scored 18 in yesterday's game, 16 of them off the bench. He's got his pocket picked by Don Joachim. All alone in the front court, he lays it in. Williams over to Metzger. Charles Snyder backs in. Back out to Antonio Watson. Watson crosses over, drives, gives it up to Aguilar on the drive, backs up and fires an 8-foot jumper to make it 23-21. First points of the game for him. Casper over to Nigo, three-pointer. No, rebound Casper, misses the putback. And here come the Bulldogs the other way. Aguilar kicks it out to Williams. Williams bounces to Snyder. Outside Aguilar, drives, contact, and a foul called. That's on the floor. Foul number 3 this half on St. Francis. They'll take us to a timeout here. 23-21, St. Francis on top. McPherson has the ball with an opportunity to tie or take the lead. I'll be back in a moment. Saints bring one of their starters back in. Merrick Small returns to the floor. Other than that, still going with their second unit. Bulldogs going with a lot of reserves right now as well. Charles Snyder started today's game. He backs it on Merrick Small, kicks it out to Christian Aguilar. Aguilar takes it in on Casper, blocked by Casper, and Merrick Small is fouled going after the rebound. Good defense from Connor Casper, forcing the miss for McPherson. Christian Aguilar called for his second foul. He checks out, and Ty Schroeder comes in. Don Joachim gives to Merrick Small. Small up with it, no good. Here's Antonio Watson. Three-point attempt is good. And for the first time today, McPherson is on top, 24-23. Joachim on the wing. Up to Moriarty. Finds Nick Nigo. Bounce down low to Merrick Small. Small drives. Small up with the left hand. Gets the roll this time. And St. Francis is back in front. Watson has it poked away by Moriarty, but a foul called. Lamel Davis checks back in for St. Francis as Moriarty has his second foul. Aaron Williams Jr. sets up the offense for McPherson. Williams fires a three and hits. McPherson is knocking him down from the outside today. 5 for 8 as a team shooting three-pointers. And they lead by 2. Joachim gets a screen going to his right. All the way down to the corner. Gives it up to Ramel Davis. Davis not able to finish. Second chance is good. Davis stuck with it. Now he's got 6 points. Terrence Austin kicks it out to Aaron Williams. Williams drives, pulls up in the paint. Awkward shot, and he traveled. We're tied up at 27. Saints can reclaim the lead here. Casper wearing the bright pink shoes across half courts. Three-pointer for Nick Nigo is good. Nigo scores his first 3 of the game. He had a career-high 16 yesterday. There's Aaron Williams. Williams takes it into Small, all the way to the hoop, misses off the glass. Fight for the rebound, loose, and Davis comes away with it. Merrick Small thought about the three. Instead, he drives, gets inside, and lays it in. KJ Marshall hits the ground, and he doesn't look too comfortable. He is helped to his feet. He's going to try to walk this one off. McPherson is already missing a big piece. Colin Storr, their leading scorer for the season, left in the first half of yesterday's game with an injury. Did not return. He is not available today either. And now Marshall leaves the game. So that could be a big loss for TJ Eskildson and company. Here's Terrence Austin. Jamil Hardaway wearing the dim pink shoes. Passes off to his left. Ty Schroeder across court. Down to the post, Snyder. Snyder backs in, kicks it outside. Williams, three-pointer. This one does not go, but a long rebound finds its way to Jamil Hardaway. Hardaway steps back for three, and he's fouled. So it's been rare in this first half that three-pointers have not gone in for McPherson. Now they miss one, but it results in 3 free throws. They'll take that too. So Hardaway at the line, trying to cut into a 5-point deficit. Just his 6th free throw of the season. And it's good. Actually, I have to correct myself. He had 5 free throws coming into this week. And then he took 5 yesterday. So that was his 12th shot from the line this season. He was 3 for 5 all year coming in and then went 4 for 5 yesterday. So now he's, 8 for 12. 67%. How about that math? All in my head. Hardaway misses the third, so he goes just 1 of 3 from the line. Small gives it up to Sims. Back to Small. Down low Davis. 12 to shoot. Back to the basket. Davis backs up. Fires opposite side. Pass deflected, but Casper's able to pull it in. Given up to Nunnally. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped around. Davis is able to corral it and miss the shot. And finally cleared by Jamil Hardaway. Hardaway bounces down low to Snyder. And Snyder is fouled on the floor. That's number 6 on St. Francis. So they've hit their first half limit. Austin, leaner along the baseline, misses, rebound Small. Quick pass to Sims. Now the Saints are running. Delshawn Sims gets it outside to Casper. Bulldogs defense gets back and Casper draws the foul.
McPherson foul number 12, Terrence Austin, his first, team 6th. Connor Casper at the line for 2.
Casper looking for his first points of the game. He has struggled from the line so far this year, but he makes this one. 43% prior to that. One more shot here to make it a 6-point lead. No good, but Small gets the offensive rebound. So a chance now for the Saints to make this a 3 or 4 point possession. Nunnally looking for his shot. Well defended though. He gives it up to Casper. Casper takes the shot from the free throw line. He missed 2 from the free throw line on that possession. The lead is 5 for St. Francis. Metzger up to Watson. Watson steps back and creates a 3-point attempt. It's short. Rebound Snyder. Snyder bounces around Small and scores off the backboard. The lead is down to 3. It's been as big as 7. And for McPherson, they've led by as many as 2 points. 27-25 was their biggest. Small lobs it high for Davis. Triple teamed under the basket. Bounces out to the open shooter. Delshawn Sims misses the 3. Davis, offensive rebound. Second chance, no. And the fight for the loose ball is won by Charles Snyder, who nearly threw it away. He gets it back after it hit off the side of Dallas Metzger. Watson backs it up. Watson to his left. Pulls up, top of the key, fires a three-pointer. Off the back iron. Rebound Nunnally. Casper tried to bounce it to Merrick Small, but Snyder picked it off. Lobbed ahead for Curtis Rose. Rose misses the layup and a very late foul call. Well, it seemed like the classic whistle because the shot didn't go in. I don't know if it would have been called if Rose had made the layup. But the late whistle means that Curtis Rose will be going to the free throw line after a timeout. 3:51 to play in the first half. St. Francis 33, McPherson 30. We've seen Dallas Metzger. We've seen Aaron Williams. Of course, Williams typically plays big minutes when he's available. But no Colin Storr today. Curtis Rose makes the first free throw. Kept us in suspense there. But Rose does get the point. He's got 6 in the game. This to make it a 1-point game. (33-32). Nunnally to Anabadarte. Ben Fatz right at the three-point line. Gives it back to Aitor. Over to Ramel Davis, right side. Davis backs in on Terrence Austin. 8 to shoot for Davis. Into the corner and off the hands of Delshon Sims. Out of bounds. Turnovers have not been much of an issue for St. Francis in this first half. That was an unforced error, though. Just their 3rd turnover so far today. McPherson has trailed pretty much this whole half. But as we approach the final 3 minutes, they've got an opportunity to move ahead. Rose drives the left hand, gives it to Snyder from the free throw line. Jumper is good, and McPherson does indeed take the lead. Ben Fatz gives it to Sims as Curtis Rose goes for the steal. Here's Davis, layup, rolls off the front of the rim and over. Davis has 8. Saints back in front. Curtis Rose eats some clock. Nunnally finally steps up on him, and Rose makes a little bit of a move forward. 10 on the shot clock. Antonio Watson. Watson bounces it into Snyder. Snyder running out of time, working against Ben Fatz, looking for help. Finally has to throw it towards the rim, and he gets the rim, keeps the possession alive. Terrence Austin grabs the offensive rebound. Dallas Metzger for 3, no. Offensive rebound, Snyder. 3rd chance will not result in a shot because Anabadarte comes away with a steal. Aitor ahead for Ben Fatz, out to Joffrey Nunnally. Good ball movement by the Saints, not able to finish. Fatz is fouled going up for the rebound, and he'll head to the free throw line. 1:50 to play in the first half. First foul on Metzger. 1-1 here for Ben Fatz. Makes the first, so he'll get one more. 3 points today. Make that 5 points now for Ben Fatz. Second shot is good, 37-34. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Here's a drive from Rose. No good. And the rebound tipped into the hands of Anabadarte. Sims up top to Anabadarte. 3-pointer, no. Rebound Ben Fatz, another chance for the Saints. He passes to Aitor Anabadarte, who scores and draws the foul. Anabadarte playing well in the first half this afternoon. He'll try to make this a 3-point play and a 6-point lead. He's got 6 points in the game. Despite 2 fouls, Christian Aguilard comes back in. McPherson has a lot of foul trouble right now. Hardaway and Rose both have 2. Anabadarte makes it 40-34 from the free throw line. Curtis Rose again eats some clock. Half the shot clock gone. He starts to make his move. Working against Nunnally. Gives it up to Aguilard. Aguilard stripped, taken away by Anabadarte. Aitor Anabadarte dribbles once, passes to Davis. Under a minute to play in the first half. Delshawn Sims finds Ramel Davis down low. Davis backs in on Watson, up with the right hand, gets the roll. Nice shot, Ramel Davis. Biggest lead of the game for St. Francis now. Possibly the final possession of the half right now as the Bulldogs again eat the clock, 20 seconds to go. McPherson led the game just moments ago. St. Francis has scored 9 consecutive points. Curtis Rose drives all the way down to the corner, fires a 2, misses it, rebound deflected to Delshawn Sims. Here comes Sims from half court. Off the rim, no good. And so the first half comes to a close with St. Francis on a 9-0 run over the last 3 minutes. We go into halftime with the score, Saints 42, Bulldogs 34. First half stats and second half action coming up in about 15 minutes. Sit tight until then. Saints 9-2 on the season, trying to pick up their 10th victory here today. It would be their 3rd in a row if they can get it. Back to conference play on Saturday. This is the last scheduled non-conference game of the year. Trying to make it count. Aitor Anabadarte passes off to Delshawn Sims. Sims gets the screen, passes back to his left. In the post, it's Anabadarte. Cross-court Sims, open 3 from the corner. No good. Long rebound to Curtis Rose, who's off and running. Rose takes it right at Nunnally, loses the ball. And Nunnally takes it away, but he loses it. Rose scoops it up and lays it in. First points in 3.5 minutes for McPherson. Sims to Nunnally. Saints looking for their first bucket of the second half. Merrick Small over to Sims. Bounced into the post. Aitor Anabadarte tried to feed Small, but he turned it over. Intercepted by Charles Snyder. Snyder backs in, kicks outside. Jamil Hardaway gets the screen. Long 3 with Davis in his face. Misses short, but the ball bounces back to him. He gets his own rebound. Marshall kicks outside. Rose gives it to Hardaway. Across to Snyder. Snyder for 3. No good. Rebound grab by Anabadarte. At one point in this game, McPherson was 5 of 8 from 3-point range. They have missed 5 in a row since then. That last attempt came from Charles Snyder, who had not taken a 3-pointer all year prior to that. With 7 on the shot clock, Nunnally finds Small. Small misses at the rim. Rebound tipped into the hands of Terrence Austin. Austin just 5 foot 10 inches tall, but he leads the team in rebounds today. Misses the shot, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds by McPherson. Yesterday, the Bulldogs led by 15 at halftime. Ended up scoring 56 points in the second half, but lost the game. Today, they trailed by 8 at the half. They went into halftime polar opposite ways. Ice cold today. We'll see if they can make the comeback. Small gives it to Anabadarte. He tries the three and hits it. Aitor Anabadarte into double figures. He's got 10 to match Ramel Davis for the team lead. Snyder over to Rose. Rose around the screen. Passes out to Hardaway. Jamil Hardaway pulls up inside the free throw line and gets bumped. He'll go to the free throw line.
St. Francis foul number 0, Ramel Davis. His second, team's first in the second half.
Second foul on Davis. Hardaway at the line for 2 shots. He's made just 1 of 3 free throws so far today. McPherson 5 for 9 as a team. First free throw is good. 45-37. The 9-point lead for St. Francis had been their biggest of the day. So big free throw there for for Hardaway to at least start to cut into it. And he's cut a little bit further. 7-point game. Saints are able to break the full court press of McPherson. Here's Davis on the wing. Anabadarte picks up his dribble. He's got to get it to Nunnally. 10 to shoot. Small drives on Snyder. Gives it to Anabadarte. Under the basket, he lays it in. Nice find, and Anabadarte is able to finish. 12 points for him. The lead is back to 9. Snyder. Turnaround jumper is good. In the face of Merrick Small. Charles Snyder has 6 points. Anabadarte crosses half court, finds Small cutting to the basket, off his hand, and it's deflected over to Curtis Rose. Rose bounces to Snyder. Snyder to the basket, no good. Contact, but no foul. And the rebound is deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Aaron Williams comes in for KJ Marshall. Williams had a superlative second half yesterday, 16 points after halftime. Quick jumper for Hardaway misses, knocked out of bounds, and that was last touch by the Saints. Williams, 15 on the shot clock, drives with the left hand, gets inside, blocked by Anabadarte. 11 on the shot clock. McPherson will inbound for the 3rd time from underneath the basket.
Blocked out of bounds by Anabadarte. It stays with McPherson.
Snyder working against Small. Reverse layup is good. Nice move by Charles Snyder. He's got 8 points. Small puts the ball high and passes off to Nunnally, who gets across the timeline. Back to Small. Good ball movement by the Saints. Ramel Davis gives it up. Small near the top. Gives it to Anabadarte on his right. He drives, spins into the paint, forces it up and misses. Trying to get contact, no foul called. So it's just a 5-point game. McPherson was down by 9. They can make it 1 possession here. Turnaround Austin, air ball. Davis pushes it ahead to Nunnally. Davis fires the 3 and misses it. Rebound to Williams. A rare 3-point attempt there for Ramel Davis. His 11th of the year. He's made 4. Williams shoots the 3. He hits his. And all of a sudden, we've got a 2-point game. 7-0 run for McPherson. Sims trapped in the backcourt, gets it across in just enough time to Joffrey Nunnally. Here's Merrick Small. Small takes on Snyder and scores off the backboard. Nice drive by Merrick Small. That ends the McPherson run. Williams drives to the right, step back jumper. Perfect. Nice shot by Aaron Williams. Just like yesterday, Williams coming to life in the second half. Ball is knocked away. Hardaway gets the steal. Ahead for Rose. Rose is stripped by Nunnally off the leg of Rose and out of bounds. Big time defensive play from Joffrey Nunnally. And St. Francis maintains a 2-point lead heading into a timeout. I'll be right back. And they're giving St. Francis all they can handle today. Saints led by 9. Now it's down to 2 as the Saints are able to break the press. Don Joachim streaking down the floor. He bounces to Ben Fatz, got Schroeder in the air, and he draws the foul. Anabadarte, the only starter still on the floor for St. Francis. Joachim and Fatz and Nigo and Moriarty are back in. Schroeder, Watson, Marshall, Metzger have all checked back in for McPherson as Ben Fatz makes the first free throw. Fatz has 7 points in the game. (51-47). 13.5 minutes to play. Step back three, Aaron Williams. Not this time. And out of bounds. Williams has been hot. He's got 8 points, but quick trigger there. And it gives the ball back to St. Francis. Inbounded to Nigo against the double team. He finds Anabadarte across half court. Ben Fatz. Here's Don Joachim on the cut. Finds a slicing Ben Fatz for the layup. Nice find, nice finish. Ben Fatz is into double figures with 10 points. Just 11 minutes played for the reserve center. He's accrued those 10 points. Antonio Watson has 13. Leading scorer for McPherson today. Knocks down the three. Pulls the Bulldogs back to within one score. Moriarty flings it across half court where it's intercepted. Aaron Williams jumped into the passing lane. Williams drives, kicks it into the corner. Marshall. Marshall is stripped by Nigo. A steal for Nick Nigo, and the Saints slow it down a touch. Don Joachim spins into the paint, tries to shovel it off to Fatz, but it's intercepted. And a double dribble called against Aaron Williams. In the open court, a misstep from Williams and the Bulldogs, and that turnover gives the ball back to St. Francis. Moriarty to inbound. He finds Anabadarte. There's Joachim getting the screen. Down low to Ben Fatz. Fatz backs in on Marshall. Turn around with the left hand. He scoops it in. 12 points for him, matching Aitor Anabadarte's team high. Joachim goes for the steal. Can't pull it in. Williams keeps possession. Watson over to Metzger. Metzger fires the three and drills it. Aitor Anabadarte lobs it down low for Ben Fatz, who lays it in. Nice little alley-oop right there. Ben Fatz is on fire. He has scored 8 points in the last 3 minutes. Watson gets the screen, moving to his right. Watson drives, pulls up in the paint. Lobs it up for Metzger. Metzger, another three. This time he's short. And the rebound is grabbed by Ben Fatz. Here come the Fighting Saints. Sheer Moriarty puts the ball behind his back, gives it up for Anabadarte. A little bit off the mark on that pass, and it's out of bounds. 4-point game, 10.5 minutes to play. Game 1 of 2 today. Goshen takes on St. Xavier after this to wrap up the New Year's Classic. Drive from Watson. Watson along the baseline, loses the ball. Scooped up by KJ Marshall. Marshall throws it off the glass and draws the foul. First foul on Aitor Anabadarte. It's only the second foul on the Saints and the third total foul called this half. KJ Marshall has not yet scored today. And that remains the case. 5 points per game on the season. Marshall has not officially attempted a field goal. Obviously, he just attempted one, but he was fouled, so it doesn't go against the stats. He misses both free throws. Rebound knocked around and out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Connor Casper and Ramel Davis are in for St. Francis. Moriarty and Anabadarte hit the bench. Inbounded to Nick Nigo. Davis bounces to Fatz. Fatz tries to squeeze it between two defenders, but it's intercepted. Watson going the other way, off to Schroeder along the baseline, kicks it out to Williams, wide open. Williams misses the three. Out of bounds, going the other way. .9:39 to play in the second half. St. Francis 57, McPherson 53. I'll be back in a moment. Connor Casper is the inbounder. He finds Don Joachim along the sideline to Nick Nigo. Still two defenders in the backcourt, and Joachim's able to get across the timeline. Nigo in the corner, back to Joachim, and he opens things up, spreading it back to half court. Ben Fatz. Connor Casper inside Fatz. He's been one of the better players on the floor today. 5 for 5 from the field, make it 6 for 6. He's got a game-high 16 points. Metzger backs in on Nigo, turnaround, doesn't get the roll. Offensive rebound Marshall, out to Schroeder, three-pointer, no. Rebound Casper. And the Saints have the opportunity to create a little separation. Fatz over to Casper. Casper finds Joachim. Don Joachim drives, shovels it off to Casper, out to Ramel Davis, 7 to shoot. Davis backs in, gets to the hoop, and lays it in for 2. Davis's first points of the second half. He's got 12 for the game. The lead is 8. This is what it was at halftime. Both teams have scored 19 here in the second half. Metzger spins around Davis. Metzger with the runner, no. Rebound deflected, out of bounds off of St. Francis. Good play by Schroeder to keep the play alive for the Bulldogs. 20 on the shot clock. Curtis Rose will inbound. Here's a drive from Williams over to Snyder. Snyder misses the jumper. It's an air ball. Joachim ahead for Casper. Casper stuck under the basket and he throws it away. It's intercepted by Snyder. Contact under the basket and a blocking foul called on Don Joachim. Joachim thought he had position there, and Schroeder should be called for the charge, but Saints don't get the call. It'll stay with McPherson. Aitor Anabararte checks back in for Connor Casper. Delshawn Sims returns to the floor as well. Curtis Rose finds Terrence Austin on the inbounds play. Here's Snyder on the drive, stripped, out of bounds. Ben Fatz got hit in the face. At the end of that play, after the ball had been knocked loose, I think Snyder's elbow came down across the nose of Fatz. So he's a little shaken up, but he'll stay in the game. Inbounds play for the Bulldogs, 18 to shoot. I think they're going to send Ben Fatz off the floor. When you get hit in the face like that, if the referee sends you out, it's probably for one of two reasons. Either he's worried about a concussion or he's worried about a bloody nose. In this case, I'm guessing it might be the bloody nose because it looks like Fatz is trying to hold his head up on his way out the floor. That's just a guess on my part. Terrence Austin for three. Rims it in. And McPherson is back within 5. Austin's got 5 points. Merrick Small gives it to Ramel Davis. Back to Small, looking in the post. He's got a big mismatch. Anabararte guarded by Austin, but Curtis Rose comes in from behind and takes the ball away. Rose to Austin, jumper, good. 3-point game. Austin had just 2 points all game. Now he's got the last 5. Anabararte gives to Davis, who's fouled by Jamil Hardaway on the reach.
McPherson fouled by Jamil Hardaway, his third, team second.
Davis inbounds to Anabararte. Delshawn Sims back to Davis. Here's Merrick Small in the lane. Small, too short on the jumper, and Snyder saves it from going out of bounds. Curtis Rose all the way in. His shot impacted by Anabararte as he misses the rim. Here come the Saints, 3-on-2. Nigo in the corner. Open three. No. Shots aren't falling right now. Saints have gone more than 2 minutes without scoring. Curtis Rose inside, doesn't get the roll. Offensive rebound, put back is no good from Schroeder. And here's Anabararte. Davis inside, layup is blocked. Jamil Hardaway bounces ahead for Curtis Rose. Things getting sloppy on both sides as Nigo dives for the ball and a jump ball is called. It'll stay with McPherson. Turnovers are picking up a little bit. Missed shots are picking up. It's been a good game. Just the last 2 or 3 minutes, things have started to get a little hectic. Joffrey Nunnally is back in for Nick Nigo. Ben Fatz has not returned to the floor since he left. Not returned to the bench. He's got 16 points today. Three-pointer for Jamil Hardaway is short. Rose there for the follow, but he can't finish. And the Saints are able to clear it. Approaching the final 5 minutes of the second half. Saints lead it in a close one. Small puts it on the floor. Small loses his footing, loses the ball out of bounds. And there's the 14th turnover of the game committed by St. Francis. Rose sets things up for the Bulldogs, trailing by just one possession. St. Francis has gone nearly 4 minutes without scoring. Drive from Snyder, can't score over Small, and as Snyder grabs the rebound, he was standing out of bounds, or at least he had not reestablished his footing inbounds, and so it'll be Saints basketball coming out of a timeout. 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the second half. 61-58 Saints. Aitor Anabadarte to inbound against a full court press. He finds Ramel Davis. And Sims walks it across half court. Anabadarte hands it back to Sims. Davis off to Sims, left wing. 10 to shoot. Here's Davis once again. Backing in on Hardaway. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Davis is trapped. Finally gives it up to Sims at the buzzer. Sims misses the three. Rebound grab by Snyder. Curtis Rose on the drive. Rose, wild shot, no good. And Merrick Small is there for the rebound. Nunnally to Davis. Kicked out to Sims. There were 8.5 minutes left the last time St. Francis scored. Still in the lead, though, as Davis has the ball stripped by Austin. 2-on-2. Hardaway lowers his shoulder, drives into Joffrey Nunnally, and Nunnally is called for the defensive foul. Only number 4 on St. Francis. I said it before, I'll say it again. This is a major departure for McPherson compared to the game they played yesterday. There were 67 combined free throws in that game. Today there have only been 6 fouls called in the second half. There were 50 fouls called in that game yesterday. Today there have been 21. Snyder backing in on Fatts. Turnaround air ball. Rebound Anabadarte. Good to see Ben Fatts back in the game after he had to leave following an inadvertent hit to the face. Delshawn Sims gives to Joffrey Nunnally. Over to Joachim. Joachim, good fake, gets inside, throws it up for grabs, and a foul is called. I think that was a pass rather than a shot. I think what really happened was Joachim got caught in the air and just had to get rid of the ball. Despite what I was just saying about a lack of fouls in this game, that is number 4 on Jamil Hardaway. 3:17 to play. 3-point lead for St. Francis. Shot misses from Fatts. Saints get the long rebound, Delshawn Sims. And finally, the drought is broken on the dunk from Aitor Anabadarte. 5.5 minutes without scoring. No longer. That's a big bucket. Fired up the bench as well. 63-58. Prior to that, neither team had scored in almost 4 minutes. Austin for 3, no good. So McPherson's drought continues. Nunnally tries to save the rebound to Anabadarte. We got a jump ball here, or did the Saints get a timeout in? We got a jump ball. Saints basketball. .237 on the clock. Bulldogs are struggling right now, but they can pick it up in a hurry. They've got some good shooters, and they've got some guys who have gotten hot for short stretches over the last 2 days. So the Saints are in the driver's seat, but long way from over. This would be a big time for them to score, create a little desperation on the Bulldogs side. Anabadarte inbounds to Davis, and Delshawn Sims gets across half court, going one-on-one with Snyder. Layup, no, but a foul. So now all of a sudden the whistles are starting to blow. It's on Snyder, number 1 on him. 4 fouls for both teams, so neither side is in the bonus yet. First free throw from Sims misses, so it'll still be a 2-possession game once the Bulldogs get the ball back, presumably. Assumes that they don't give up an offensive rebound on a missed free throw here. It is a missed free throw, but it is a defensive rebound. So Sims goes 0 for 2 from the line. Here's Aaron Williams. Rose lobs it for Snyder, out to Austin. Antonio Watson into the corner for Curtis Rose. Rose backs up. Stripped by Nunnally. The ball loose, and Anabadarte is there to pick it up. Saints force a turnover and get us down to the final 2 minutes. Aitor Anabadarte sets up the St. Francis offense. Ben Fatz back to Anabadarte. 13 on the shot clock. Lob down low. Fatz layup is good. He's got 18. The lead is 7. Now a 3-score game, and the clock is getting to a point where that matters. Austin, jumper, no good. Rebound, Anabadarte. McPherson has not scored in 5.5 minutes. Delshawn Sims gets it across half court. He has the ball in the corner. Lob to Fatz in the post. Fatz double teamed. Trying to give it up. It's deflected right back to him. Nunnally with 6 on the clock. Anabadarte, 3-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped by Fatz to himself. And the possession continues for St. Francis. They might be able to put this game away with a bucket here. Anabadarte down low. Scores over Austin. It's a 9-point game, under a minute to play. 3-point attempt, Curtis Rose, no. Rebound, Ben Fatz. And Snyder commits the quick foul, 48.5 on the clock. And McPherson still has 1 foul to give. So we may see another one of those coming up out of this timeout. 48.5 seconds. St. Francis in pretty good shape here. So St. Francis will inbound. McPherson still has 1 more foul before they can send the Saints to the free throw line. Inbounded to Davis. Davis to Anabadarte, and he's fouled. Davis was fouled prior to the pass. So that's number 6. The next one will send the Saints to the free throw line. Anabadarte finds Davis, and Davis is wrapped up right away. So it didn't take them long, just about 4 seconds, to get those final 3 fouls committed that they needed to send St. Francis to the line. And Ramel Davis will get a 1-and-1. He's a perfect 2 of 2 from the line so far today. Does not miss free throws often. Came in shooting them at 81% to lead the team this year. Timeout called by McPherson. First things first, 1-and-1 for Davis as he tries to make this a double-digit lead, something that it has not been all game. Saints are a very good free throw shooting team. Davis makes the first. They were able to run away late from Goshen yesterday. That had been a close game throughout, but they pulled away in the second half. Ended up with a 17-point victory. Davis goes 2 for 2. They lead this one now by 11. Bounce over to Hardaway. His three-pointer misses. Rebound tracked down by Snyder just in front of half court. Austin for three. No good. Another offensive rebound. Watson can't connect. The rebound to Anabadarte, and he's fouled. Man, nothing's fallen from McPherson. They're getting some good looks. A few good looks on that possession. And it's just not their day, not their half. They shot the ball well early. They are just 9 for 37. 24% from the field in the second half. First free throw from Anabadarte misses, so Hardaway grabs it. A small sliver of hope still on the table for the Bulldogs. Long three, Williams no good. Rebound Davis, and that should do it. Bulldogs will step back and not foul. And St. Francis is going to get out of here with a 69-58 victory over McPherson. The Bulldogs did not score over the final 7 minutes of today's game. So a tough finish for them. A hard-fought victory for St. Francis as the Fighting Saints improve to 2-0 in the New Year's Classic. They are now 10-2 on the season. And a nice win for the Saints today when they did not have one of their best offensive games. They still are able to wrap up a nice victory. Give some final totals in just a moment.